Hey, what's going on, my people? Today we're going to be talking about a very important topic. You know, that's very dear to me. I'm a huge fan of Joe Rogan, and if you have heard anything in the news, and maybe you're not, maybe you heard through the grapevine, maybe you don't care. Well, I'm going to assure you, is it ensure or assure? Is one of the two that you want to pay attention to what I got to say concerning this matter. I normally don't touch on matters like this on the Transform You Live show, but today I am, and we're going to get off into it. So I'll be right back with more. Let's go. All right, so I'm back. This is the Transform You Live show, the only show you can make real life and business transformation, hearts of power, optimism, hope, and faith. You probably caught our other show, the Beyond the Natural show, just a while ago. So let's get off into it. We're gonna be talking about Joe Rogan. All right, so he been constantly accused of allegedly giving out COVID misinformation. All right. For that matter, we all can be. Let me start by saying that we all can be because no one knows what's right, what's wrong anymore. Okay. Because we have heard uh, stand 6 inches, stand 3 feet, stand 12 feet, uh, grab your partner, do, go round and about, wear a mask, don't wear a mask, double mask, N95. Okay, vaccine, triple vaccine, called triple vaccine. Matter of fact, there's another booster coming out next year, coming to a theater near you. The fact of the matter is, all right, a lot of the people who is coming after Joe Rogan have not even listened to his podcast. So, as someone who is a fellow podcaster that is on the ranks of being able to join such a prestigious club uh, in the realm of popularity, I, I took it quite personal because when you look at it, right? Okay, yes, he's taken some money from Spotify, and but in you look at his contract, it doesn't say anything in his contract about Spotify's going to tell him what he can and cannot talk about. Okay, there's nothing in there. And when we look at the many multiple news medias uh, uh, out there, these major news media outlets out here, and some of the dry personalities, uh, we can talk about the Rachel Madoffs of the world, and many of these other people. One of the huge things that they say about him is that like he's not a doctor. He's not a scientist. He cannot speak. He's just a comedian. Okay, well, you're just a news anchor. You're just a journalist. Okay, what credentials you to be more right than Joe Rogan, who simply brings people on his show, just very similar to what I do. Yeah, very similar to what I do. Bring people from all walks of life on his platform, and he gives them the opportunity to give information, to share their opinion, to share what they have researched, and he he is usually open to changing changing what he already believed about a certain subject matter, or he'll respectfully state that he disagrees, and even he'll even apologize if, like, the him and his guest comes to some type of agreement that, like, hey, you know, like, yeah, This is what the revelation we got out of this. Uh, it seems that we cannot get any consensus and our communication with each other as people anymore. Our conversation has been dumbed down to like there's only a black and white way of looking at different situations. We are left with no room for any possibilities to find middle ground and to be able to get along anymore. And this is such a shame. This is clearly a shame. Okay, this is why you have so many people that are so far on the extreme of topics and beliefs and values that are running after people and saying like, "Hey, you're canceled. You shouldn't say anything. Get to the back of the line." This is the very opposite of of what we have been trying to get away from for decades. This is quite opposite of what we uh, want to teach our kids about bullying. It is bullying. It's bullying to pile up to mob lynch individuals of about how they approach different philosophies, different ideas, and and the way they value others' opinions and say like that's wrong because we believe it this way. We we hold this as the truth, and you're on the opposite side of the truth. So therefore, you are completely wrong. You're bad. It's very distorted. It's narcissistic in a lot of ways. It's very controlling. Okay, it makes for a very controlling environment, in a not inviting environment where you just want to get away from these type of people. And I honestly suggest that you should. I wouldn't recommend uh, that we keep moving in a direction where we constantly run into people who are just not open to learn or open to hear the other side and be patient. It is a clear demonstration of lack of patience. If you ask me, very clear lack of patience, which Joe Rogan has a lot of. Uh, when I listen to his podcast and he doesn't offer talk anyone, which is another bad problem in our interactions with each other nowadays and our interactions in relationships. We want to overtalk each other. We want to just hold firm to what we believe rather than seeing that maybe, just maybe, I can adopt some of what you believe, or and maybe have a hybrid uh, belief system where like maybe the way I'm doing some things can work in this situation, and the way you doing some things can really work in this situation, or maybe we're both wrong. No one wants to admit that they're wrong nowadays. And it was even more hilarious is how the View sit up there and attempted to do just the worst. And who watches the View? I don't know too many people that watch the View. I usually stumble across people that are accidentally watching the View, but Whoopi Goldberg, she was the leader of the attack on Joe Rogan, and then she turned around and say something anti-Semitic, and she apologized for it, and everybody gracefully allowed her that opportunity to make that apology. But we can't give that same grace to Joe Rogan, who's not clearly doing anything wrong, and allow him to also be given the role uh, to be welcomed back into the majority, which I don't think he even cares about. But this is not the way human race can enter into this age of Aquarius that we are really in the stick of already. We are in the stick of the age of Aquarius, and and when you continue to block shared knowledge, shared open dialogue, and you take a deaf ear uh, to just ideas and opinions, and just because you hear a popular one and you want to run with that one because you don't want to appear, I'm going to use a word that the youngsters use, weird. You don't want to appear weird. You don't want to stick out as weird. You want to stay incognito because you may be feeling too lazy to form your own opinion, or do your own recon about the matter. uh, it doesn't make you no better than those who are truly wrong, those who are, with awful intention, trying to take people down a dark path. How does that make you any right? That you rather just stay incognito and stay lazy to um, information, and to being able to uh, consciously form a real, sincere, honest opinion, uh, or not have no opinion at all, or make no judgments, no assumptions. Because judgments and assumptions, it gets in trouble. It gets me in trouble a lot. It has gotten me in trouble a lot in relationships, mostly, mostly relationships. And I'll be the first to admit that. And and this is where we are. We we think we can look at what someone has said, look at the company that they ensue, and and begin to dissect them, and look at what their true intentions are without asking them. And even after we get their true intentions, and where their heart is, we don't want to accept it. We because it because of what we know about them based on just other things. We're just going to run with that, and they're the bad guy, and we'll stay on the side of good, of being the good guy when, honestly, you're not good. So yeah, leave Joe Rogan alone, please. That's what I'm asking. And I know there's a lot of other people besides me that's asking the same thing, because at some point you're going to need that same grace. You're going to be on the opposite side of something that you believe firmly in. And it's not that Joe Rogan believes in anything. For that matter, he tries to be an independent, neutral voice, open to learn, and that's how we all should be. We can have our values, we can have our beliefs, but we should be always open to learn. We should be always open to hear out someone else, and that's the only way we can continue to flourish as a human race. As a human race, us as all warm-blooded mammals. Once we do that, yeah, you don't. Yeah, again, if you don't want to be that person begging, they're like, geez, if only someone, if only I had a friend out there, if only someone. You, know, you don't want to be that person. Instead, let's just try to be conscious here. Let's try to transform the way we treat each other, All right. So that's all I got for you. I hope this adds something to your day. Definitely continues to help me to do better, want to do better. Okay, because again, we're dogging each other out there. We can't keep doing that. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on our YouTube channel, The Transform You Live Show. Check us out on any podcast app. We're on Pandora, Spotify. We are on Apple and many other podcast apps. Leave us a review. Good reviews are always welcome. And along with that, you can furthermore share the information um, with a friend you know or don't know. Until next time, many blessings, peace, and lots of love. I'm Marcus. I'm out.